Bonjour, I'm Lucy Lindell, and this is my exhibit, I Belong Here, at the Manitoba Museum. This show takes the physical structures of local museums and galleries here in Winnipeg, and I have playful moments with them where I turn them into everyday traditional Indigenous values. So today we're looking at this lovely print of the Manitoba Museum, and specifically the planetarium is transformed into a sweat lodge. Indirectly, because what the sweat lodge represents is the mother's womb. Each lodge has its own teachings gifted to them from creation, and it is based on what is viewed as life for that nation. Even though they're different, they are truthful, and they all come from different kind-hearted ways of living. It doesn't discriminate against anybody. This piece makes me think about my first and second time at the sweat lodge, because the first sweat was with a Lakota elder, and the second sweat was with an Anishinaabe Medeowan elder. So when I went to that second sweat, I was asked, have you been to a sweat like this before? And I didn't know a lot, so my answer, I kind of shrugged and said, yeah, I think so, because I didn't know my teachings then. I didn't know that, yeah, each sweat lodge would face a different direction based on where new life flows from for that nation. I didn't know that the rings around the sweat lodge would have different meanings and representations, and sometimes even the amount. And of course, the whole ceremony itself is conducted differently. So I didn't know this. I didn't even know enough to ask the questions to know it. So this was very integral for my learning, very integral for everyone's learning, because every nation is different. But the common theme is that it's always based in kind-hearted relations to all of creation, which includes you, me, the trees, the land, the water, absolutely everything. Now we go to the sweat lodge for different kinds of cleansing and healing. Again, it is that representation of the mother's womb, and we leave, we're just a little more new than before. In this image, it's actually based off of my sister, Lynette, who's a very kind-hearted mother. We can all take beautiful lessons from her. In this image, she is pregnant with my niece, Emma, who is about to turn 1. And we also see 3 letter L's connecting the different flowers on her womb to represent her 3 children. We also see a cedar road, which at the sweat lodge that I go to and that I help at, we build that cedar road around the fire and to the pit within the sweat lodge where hot rocks will go within. And that cedar is protection, new life, and kindness. Within this image, the Manitoba Museum is transparent. We can see through it because whether the museum is here or not, Indigenous ways will exist and continue to exist because they're gifted to us from the land. And that goes for any museum and any gallery. We exist within our traditional ways of knowing, whether they are validated or not. But of course, this exhibit is here with the hope that more and more people can validate and especially walk away with questions, not just answers, because that's not what our ways are about. It's a journey, not a destination. So I hope that you will come and see my show here at the Manitoba Museum. Miigwech.